Hello everyone, it is Toby here, back for another training session. Today we are doing leg day, which I am sort of looking forward to, sort of not, and I will explain just why in a minute. But yeah, we are officially 2 weeks of heavy training left until we do a deload into competition. So these are the weeks that count, and in today's leg day, we've got some spicy stuff planned. We're going for a heavy triple or more on squats, and then 2 triples on front squats, and then some monstrous trap bar deadlift. So pretty hefty session, and my legs, guys, are proper fried. Yesterday I thought it would be a fantastic idea to go for a little walk, and that little walk turned into a 5-hour 20-kilometer hike, and my legs are a little sore. They're a little fried, but that is not going to stop us today. We're still going to get some training done. Our numbers might be a bit down on what they have been recently, but I'm not going to let that deter me. We're going to have to do some stuff with tired legs in competition anyway, so we need to smash it. But today on the squats, we are working up to 205 kilo for anything more than 3 reps, which should be pretty good. And then, yeah, heavy front squats, heavy trap bar deadlift, and some hamstring curls to finish off. It's going to be a brutal one. It's going to be a heavy one, and I am going to film it for you guys. So without further ado, sit back, relax. Let's get squatting. But before we do, it is the time of the video where I must plug that down below you can click like on the video and subscribe to help out this channel massively. Also brand new in the description, we've got a link to the members only section. Also, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button as well, and that will give you access to the exclusive members only section of the channel, where at the minute I just sort of do quick 5-10 minute updates on what's going on behind the scenes, some little tidbits, some little stuff, just general stuff that I'm not going to put on the main channel, but I still want to get out there. And any ideas you guys have for the members only section, be sure to let me know. But that is the place where you could support the channel and get all of the extras. But as for today's session, as I said, we got squats to do, so I better get warmed up. So it's incredibly important on a day like today, where I have done sort of vigorous exercise yesterday, that I make sure that my hips and my knees are loosened off and not too tight. Some tightness is definitely good, which is why I don't tend to stretch before most sessions, because for strength training at least, the sort of tighter you are, the more of a pop, the more of a spring, and the more mechanical advantages you can get from different lifts. But if you're too tight, that is when injuries can happen. So today, for instance, my hips feel particularly tight. So what I like to do in this situation, I have already done it off camera and indeed already done a set with the empty bar. But the first thing I like to do is sort of hold on to the rack here and just sit as deep down as I can, like this, and really just open my hips up and open my knees up and sort of rock side to side and just really sink as low as I could possibly get. Obviously, with a bar on your back, it is much more difficult as well because the movement pattern slightly changed. So what I do first is hold on to there, no bar, just side to side, loosen off the hips, which I've just shown you. And then we get the bar on our back, the empty bar, and essentially do the same thing, but with a bar. So sink really low into your normal squat position and rock side to side just to get the hips moving. And now my hips are moving and my knees are moving, I feel a lot better about jumping some weight on and doing some actual squats. But yeah, I do that whenever I sort of feel tight in the hips and the knees and the hamstrings just before I squat. Usually it's only squats that I feel super tight for, so it's one of the only exercises I ever do any sort of pre-work on, and even that is not very much. It's like 5 to 10 seconds, but it does make a good bit of a difference. So I am going to whack a bit of weight on here now. So just jump up, you know, the normal 70, 120, 170 through the warm-ups until we get to our top set. Hopefully we're all feeling good. Hopefully everything's moving well, and you'll see them right now. So that is actually some of the best squat warm-ups I've felt for a little while, so I'm feeling pretty confident. I can tell I'm tired though after every set. My hamstrings and glutes are a bit fried, so we'll see how the top set goes. As I said, I've got the luxury of it being a bit of a rep range, so it's any more than 3 reps, sort of like 3 to 6 type of vibe. So hopefully we can get a solid triple, but I won't be too upset if we get like a double or a single either. As I said, I'm pretty knackered, but we will fight through. We will still get the work done. So I'm going to lock in now. I'm going to get prepped up, and then we will smash 205 kilo for hopefully a good number of reps. Well, that was actually way better than I expected, ignoring the fact I smacked the shit out of the rack while trying to re-rack it because somehow I got a bit over to one side. The reps themselves felt pretty smooth, pretty comfortable. I mean, on a good day, I would have liked to have got a couple more reps, but on that third rep, even though it moved fairly smooth on video, I could feel my hamstrings and glutes starting to give me that signal that if I do another rep, it's going to be a horrendous grind or a potential failure. So on just a normal training session where we're not trying to set PBs on squat, we're just trying to use them to build strength, getting a solid triple on the program, 205 kilo, is exactly what we need to do, because there is plenty more leg building accessories that we are going to be doing in the rest of this session. So we need to save some in the tank to be able to do them. And speaking of those, we have now got the front squats up next. Now these, I've been really enjoying getting good at front squats. I can feel the carryover massively to stuff like keg loading or anything in strongman where you've got something out in front of you. Getting solid and strong at the front squats is just an absolute staple. And if you're not doing them, I highly recommend learning how to do them and at least doing them as an accessory on leg day, even if they're not your primary mover. So for me today, it is 2 sets of 1 to 3 reps at 162.5 kilos, which is actually a weight PB on front squats. But we've done triples with 160 in the past. So hopefully 2 singles at 162.5 is more than enough for the program today. I will try and get doubles or triples if I'm feeling good enough. But either way, we're going to be setting a PB on the front squat. It's going to be heavy. It's going to be good. So hopefully the warm-ups all go well. I'm not going to show you through all my warm-ups for front squat because they are largely very similar to my regular squat warm-ups, just 70, 100, 120, 140. As you can see, slightly smaller jumps, but still 4 good warm-up sets before we get to the top sets. So I'm going to smash them out. And the next thing you'll see will be my 2 top sets of front squats, which hopefully move really, really well. So as you could tell by that video, I get quite fired up for front squats because they're an uncomfortable movement and they are best done, in my opinion, quite aggressively with a nice good spring out at the bottom. But that means that I get so amped up that I forget to click record more often than not. And this has happened now 2 or 3 sessions in a row where I've just got straight into my top set, forgotten to click record, and hit a PB. So my first set, I got 162.5 for a very, very solid single. It started slipping down a bit, so I didn't go for any more reps. And then realized that I forgot to click record. So went for the second set and I was like, right, I need to better that. This needs to be a double or more. So we did exactly that. We got amped up, we're fired up, made sure we were recording, and then we smashed a even easier double than that single moved, and it moved really, really well. The only reason I didn't go for a third rep. Again, my hamstrings, my glutes, they're absolutely screaming at me. They're really, really fatigued, but the explosiveness out the hole and the power through my quads is all right. But I could feel that once I was out the hole, the very last bit of the lockout where the glutes have to come through was an absolute killer. So chances are if I had gone for the third rep, we would have exploded out the hole and then gone right back in it. So again, playing it safe. We're not here to train for squats specifically. So we're just doing what we need to do to get some good strength through the legs. And the rep range was 1 to 3. We hit a set of 1, we hit a set of 2. So we're banging that rep range. And both of those sets were PRs on the front squat. So we're doing fantastically at that. And now, unfortunately, I've got to move on to the trap bar deadlift, which I can just tell is going to be absolutely horrific. But it's something we need to train probably more than even the squats, because car deadlift is one of the events in the competition and the trap bar simulates that. So we are going to attempt to do our 3 sets of 10 at the usual weight, but luckily the rep range again is 6 to 10, so we can get away with doing slightly less on a day like today where it's fatigued. That's why rep ranges are so good, because if you come in on a fresh day, you can hit the top end of the rep range, and then if you come on a day where you're pretty fried already, then you're still within the program, still within the rep range, but are allowed to take a few reps off the top. So we're certainly by no means skimping out here. We're still working hard. And yeah, we're not going to stop working hard. So I'm going to strip the bar, get the trap bar out, get warmed up on that, and then we will smash that out as well. Right, ladies and gentlemen, that was bloody hard work. As you could see, I needed some smelling salts to really get me fired up for that set. It's hard. £500 for any number of reps is an extremely heavy thing to do, especially with how my legs feel currently. Like, I can't stress enough just how fried my legs feel right now, but being able to get in the zone and work hard is what it's all about. I won't be outworked. This is what I live for. This is why I do it. I'm just having so much fun, even though I feel like death. But that is the end of today's session for what I'm going to record. I have lying leg curls to do, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do them, to be honest. My hamstrings are pretty much completely fried. So I thought, rather than, waste any more time in this session, recording, talking, I'm going to end the video here, strip the bar, and then attempt to do a set. But I think I might leave them for today. Play it a bit safe, because I am properly to the limit now. That was some really tough leg exercises today, but it was good, really good. I believe 205 for a set of 3 might have been a PR in sleeves. I don't actually know, but I certainly don't go over 200 very often in sleeves, so that was really, really good. Front squats, of course, massive PB there. Move really easy, moved like a warm-up, even though it didn't feel like it, so really happy with how they moved. And then trap bar deadlift at the end there, absolute killer, but we got about 7 reps on that set. And yeah, I felt something a little tweaky in my hip on the 7th rep, which is why I didn't go for an 8th or a 9th or a 10th. Played it safe there again, but I mean, you can't deny doing that's going to be hard work, no matter how many number of reps you do. But being able to train trap bar deadlift like so, with fatigued legs, tired, and getting solid reps. I mean, the car deadlift I did at Paddy's didn't feel anywhere near as heavy as £500 on that does. So depending on what the vehicle is that we are deadlifting, hopefully I should be able to get like sort of 10 reps, because I've been training it for 3 sets of 10 every single week with fatigue legs. So fresh as the first event, with a heavy car, truck, whatever we're deadlifting. Hopefully we should be able to get a really good number and have the endurance to keep going with it, which is exactly why I'm doing these. So I'm putting in the hard work. I'm feeling really, really good, even though right now I'm not feeling so good. But strength-wise, overall, I'm feeling fantastic. I'm feeling strong. And today has been a mega session. So thank you guys so much for watching this leg day. If you enjoyed, please be sure to go down below and leave a like on the video. If you're new here, go down below, click subscribe for more training videos. Obviously, comp prep is well underway and we got lots of training stuff and of course coverage of that comp coming up. But we also do pro strongman coverage. So if you're a pro strongman fan, this is a good channel to keep on top of. But yeah, if you want to see anything specific, leave it in the comments below. But anyway, I've been Toby. This has been a hell of a leg day after a 20-kilometer, 5-hour hike yesterday. But we got it done. So thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.